Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fields now to throw. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Fields throwing again. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to move back in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay, it's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are due.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near. And you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and a yard, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Look at this, a tight end carry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On play action, Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, Fields. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. An inside give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Rodgers looking to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And one last throw here for Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that